one of the things that Paul at Shutter Freak has been doing is connecting people with the host family stories and how that really resonates with people to really connect to the tournament, because it's a community-wide thing, which is really impactful.
Yeah, I mean, it would make a great documentary on how it all works and how involved the host families get with the kids, just like you're talking about. And just the history, some of the names that have come through here. They could do an hour-long documentary. I'd watch it too.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a great part of town. Parking. So anybody that's been to Connie Mack knows parking is a bear. Farmington is working on it. They've done some studies to fix fairgrounds. So in the next few years, hopefully, we're going to approve some renovations to that area and make it a little bit more accessible.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
And so that would be one of the things.
The parking, yeah. And speaking of documentary, there was actually a crew that did a documentary last year. They followed the kids through the tournaments all the way in California, the regional. They won regional. They came here to Connie Mack and played in the series. And guess what? The SoCal Renegades won, and they were being followed from when they were doing the regional stuff.
Really?
So that documentary actually is going to be coming out probably this year or next, highlighting it. So once we get that information, we'll post it here on the on this episode, so people can click through it and watch the documentary. But it was being filmed. In fact, one of the clients that I was working with, he was selling his home, buying another one, and hosting kids in the middle of it. Talk about crazy!
Wow, yeah,
it was a lot. But that was part of the story, is that they were hosting kids that won the tournament. And it was pretty incredible. So.
One of the things that I think might help the tournament for the local area is, our teams never really do very well. Because usually what it is most of these other teams, like you're talking about, are select teams. So say the DBAT All-Stars are from all over the country. If they're from the middle of Texas, Oklahoma, and they bring a lot of the best players. And we usually have the high school team play. So I think if we did more of a select thing, have some tryouts, do something a little bit more elevated play, get kind of an all-star team in there and do a little bit better, I think we'd have more people in the stands.
Well, explain to our audience a little bit about the hometown team and how that works, because some people may not be familiar with it.
Well, that's kind of the politics the stuff to get into. The AABC is who runs the tournament, and they are the ones locally who pick the team. And they have a policy right now that they have their own little tournament, and whoever wins that becomes the host team. And the problem with that is you may have one or two good pitchers. You may have a catcher, a couple of good hitters, where these select teams have
everyone is good.
1 through 9, and then a long bench.
Yeah.
Where we have, a couple of seniors, some juniors.
Yeah.
So the talent that we put on the field is not necessarily at the same level as everybody else.
Yeah.
So I think if we were to elevate, and I think the baseball community here would benefit from some elevated play. We tried was it even a minor? It was a farm team, wasn't it? The Frackers.
Yeah.
So we actually put the Frackers in one of the tournaments or one year. So, it would be better for this community to have some, to do more of like a select team.
Yeah. And there's arguments both ways in that. And just for our audience to know, because we host the Connie Mack World Series, it's our local kids that jump on a host team, and they play in a local tournament, and then they get selected. Whoever wins that local tournament, that's what Paul's alluding to, is our local kids. And they're playing against, we have a local small town team playing against these kids that are select players on these big teams that come in. And so we're always at a disadvantage. What I love about it is that that the community comes out and supports our local kids. This year, they actually allowed the tournament, I think, across New Mexico. So an Albuquerque team came up and represented as the local host team. Well, there wasn't but 2 or 3 local kids. So there was some pushback from the community because we want to see our local kids. The crowd shows up for our local kids.
Those are always the biggest games.
Those are the biggest games.
The first 2, though.
Yep. And then they typically lose out pretty quick because, again, like you were saying, we don't quite have the full talent pool because we're not pulling select kids, but maybe there's some combination because that's the other side of that is you bring a team up from Albuquerque, they're the better players, but then you lose that connection with the host team.
But I would tell you, if the host team won, this town would go nuts.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Because they did win, I don't remember what year.
Did they win a year? I don't think they've ever won a year.
Or they got to the championship.
They got to the championship. Yep. I don't know if they've ever won in 60 years. So, but it's always fun to.
Yeah, let's stack it. Let's be the Yankees and that everybody hates and win it.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. That's right. Well, it's a great thing. We wanted to dedicate some time just to talk about the benefits of this fantastic and rich in history tournament that we've shared here in San Juan County and Farmington in particular, and just highlight some great thoughts about it because it's such a great tournament for our community, for the commerce, for the people, for the connections, for the relationships, and hopefully we continue it for many, many years. I know it's been on the table to be moved, and we wouldn't like to see that. But if you're watching this and you're in a small town or you're here locally, come out and support these types of events. It's so special for these kids, and they're at that age where they, these are core memories for them as they grow older. And any positive influence we can give their direction is always helpful.